在話當年陪我踏進奔波，8萬元到半空是誰在起舞？心知約禮博問，成名半征途，門內滿知己早已遇到。似十回當中大跳。天生成就最人夠潮，擁抱夢想，懷着所想分享善意，為我曾經身處位置。回路多長，湖裏夢我想像，我在場內寫中找往後方向。
烽火聽變瘋狂，
台上願飛翔，尋獲自信心美麗夢想。也好似十回當中大志，山春水秀情深，成就最人夠事，擁抱夢想，懷着所想分享善意，原諒我如今身處位置，前路有多少未獲到？直覺所信已愛到，沒有征服世界地圖，全憑着心圖。如今方知道地天高，承認風雨，再從未起步了。經過的言説，聯合經文先行。生涯日高，同和聲唱出多遠，迎接了餘生所愛位置，才學會堅守熱情。Hello.
Hello,
Welcome.
Tingshan. Hello, everyone.
Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Side of Time. On the show in CTV and YouTube, and then our Golf Library, Himalaya, UK, Skyson. Hello, Phoebe.
Hello. Yeah, it's 20th November 2020. It's Friday again. Welcome to this episode. It's been a year and almost 1.5 years since the Hong Kong pro-democracy movement started last year. Time flies, but we should always remember all the heroes in Hong Kong, and we should remember them as our heroes, and they protect the democracy. And they are also compared to the founding fathers. They are like the founding fathers of the United States of America by Steve Bannon. Yeah, so we should remember them.
Yeah, today is about we were talking about Hong Kong, Hong Kong, and then it's also probably you because the period is a long time. On that the period is now is 11 on is on the 12 to around the 20.
the total few 20 days around in the poly-U sector of poly-U. So shall we start about the topic?
Yes, yeah. I remember last episode we talked about Polytechnic University
Yeah.
and also Chinese University of Hong Kong and lots of other universities because there's a very severe siege. Siege is an action, a military operation that enemy forces surrounded a building or a town, cutting off all the essential supplies. The aim with the aim of compelling surrenders of the people inside. So the siege in Hong Kong universities, in poly universities, the aims are the police are surrounding the universities, so they cut off all the essential supplies. They wanted to push the students to surrender themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, so obviously, from the concept, we know the police already see students as enemies. Yeah, and then students can't have food and essential things for 13 days. Can you imagine? 13 days is almost 2 weeks. So if you are surrounded in one area, and then the water supply is cut off, and there's no shops inside the campus, so you're starving. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
very
then
bad.
and then that you can see now the whole the world in the COVID-19 is a CCP virus. Everybody need to stay at home, and then more about e-commerce have been destroyed. You can see now the Hong Kong. There's light about the poly the feeling. You can feel how about the world for now.
Yeah, the world is crazy now, but bit by bit, from a lot of news sources, and we start to understand. Excuse me, we start to understand what is the deep state, what is the evil side, the root of the evil spirit,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
evil groups. Yeah, we started to understand where is the virus from, who caused all the chaos. Now we started to understand who control the whole world on the evil side.
Yeah. Okay. We start the
Mm.
poster. You can see there's 1 year about PolyU, and then the right hand side is about 17 to 29. What have November 2019 what happened for this period, and then there's around this day is also in PolyU there, how they can get more the information. Then it's protect about the poly and then you can see the police capture more about the teenage younger people, Hong Kong girl or AIDS worker. Yeah.
Mm.
And then one is 19 November is about they have a Yoma they have some problem as people to scare the people because the police use the bus and then strong go to make the people crazy, and then they will be police says not about their situation, but you can see
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, the police denied it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it, but then they denied. They said we didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's really, oh, I
Yeah.
can't believe it. So people really lost the trust in police, and then they think police are it's really illegitimate, yeah, unlawful, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you can see the 1,337 people have been captured. Some police said it need about student need to surrender. Uh, if you not, they will be attacked. Go inside the university. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Here we see the siege lasted for 13 days. The siege is the surrounding of the university lasted for 13 days, and then 1,300 students got arrested. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this happened last year at almost at the same time now, last year, so a year ago. And then uh, said here it says another 1,337 people got arrested. Imagine. So this is only a number,
Mm-hmm.
but they are all this number means all the lives, all the people. And if you want to get the concept, say you're normally in China, in mainland China, in the class, there are about 50 students in a class, in a classroom. And then imagine there are in a whole grade or maybe 50 students. So you need how many? 20, 20 or 25 classes. So that's like a whole middle school is about 1,337 students. Imagine when you do some morning exercise in the playground, in the school playground, if there's a big event,
Mm-hmm.
all 1,000 students, over 1,000 students gathering in the playground. Yeah, imagine that's the concept. That's the image of how many,
Yeah.
1,000, over 1,000 people is like. Yeah,
Okay.
so they arrested
Mm.
this many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Okay, we go the next about is Hong Kong, about Hong Kong news for this period this week. Okay.
So here
Yeah.
the expert is called Clifford Stott. So Clifford Stott he was working for police independent some independent organization in Hong Kong, that IPCC. He worked for that company, and that it is supposed to be doing investigation into
Yeah.
police action. Behavior or all the police activities, but actually they have limited power. So he actually resigned. He withdrew from that IPCC, and but here is an interview from him, and so it says patterns of disorder during the 2019 protests in Hong Kong, policing, social identity, intergroup dynamics, and radicalizations. So basically, it says, last year when all the pro-democracy movement happened, from the very beginning, police started to use very violence, very violent action. They deployed tear gas, bullets, or the rubber bullets, and or some bean bag rounds and batons, tear gas, everything, which are too much. Yeah, because people are having, in the beginning it was a peaceful protest, but
Yeah.
police started to deploy all those weapons to disperse peaceful protesters. So in the very beginning they radicalize the whole protest. Radicalize means, they make this so radical. They make people, of course, feel so unfair. Why? We were doing peaceful protest. Why did you do this as policemen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this report is from about we can see the it's Apple News. There's everybody remember is 21st June and then 31st August. There's all the bigger events, and then everybody will know their police used more the power, more to attack the people, and then they no reason, and then no report. A third party have a report to investigate, to have a say, and then the police will also say there is no is they just no sensory, or they will be do their right thing, and then for now is no actually no any report for the for out fact show out the reason what happened about the day event. And then but in foreign people outside foreign country, they will tell us that they use the more, they not illegal, maybe I will say illegal power to attack the people. So you can see there this for the about Twitter, but the day is long 17th on May, but for the report, maybe the Hong Kong newspaper they will find out something the not to more clear. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Yes, actually, what we saw in happen in Hong Kong is similar to patterns we saw elsewhere when riots escalate. So police in the very beginning they say peaceful protest as riot. They call them riots. In mainland Chinese newspaper or news channel, they call peaceful protesters riots in the very beginning. So and then police were sent, were also, I think police definitely were brainwashed to think these protesters were rioters.
Yeah,
Were
we will
rioters.
see. Yeah.
So they were bad people. I remember when my friends in mainland China communicated with me, and they say, no, they are not peaceful protesters. They are Hong Kong thugs. I was shocked. It was different report from I saw in foreign countries. But in mainland China, people only have one channel, CCTV, and they also got information from WeChat, and then so they had only like one or two main media, and they got false information, fake news about Hong Kong,
Yeah,
and so police definitely got brainwashed, thinking, oh, we are doing great deeds, we are eliminating thugs, and they are rioters. We are protecting Hong Kong. We are protecting our country. Yeah, that's why I think police was so brutal. And also, they also deployed, they used the tear gas inside a shopping mall, which is not allowed. Tear gas is not supposed to be used inside a building because it's very toxic. Yeah, all the tear gas and all the bullets they used cause damage to people's brain, to their skin. Even like those rubber bullets are supposed to use to shot on the floor. You need to use the shoot on the floor, and then they bounce to use the bounce. But police use it directly, shoot at people. Yeah, and then this kind of shooting of bullets will cause bone damage or even organ damage. Some even cause they cause people blind eyes.
Yeah.
People become blind because the bullets also cause bleeding and lots of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can see this photo, this view picture, and then uh, field right shoot people to attack one people, and then there's nobody who capture about the right shot, and then they now for
Yeah.
the shoe
Yeah,
is not
exactly.
happen.
They we can tell actually, it must be government hired these gangsters. These are from the um, we would say deep state or not deep state, or you say mafia. They are from mafia gangsters. They are hired by the police. Police didn't want to do this. They still want to keep their fake image. And then they use these gangsters to do the bad thing. But then police didn't do anything to stop these bad people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
so
then
that's why it the image of police collapsed in people. People don't trust them. People think all the police are illegitimate.
yeah, more reason is about they don't understand what happened is in Hong Kong, and then how the CCP evil, how they are to make the step to control your country, and then you to the media, the source media not talk anymore any about the CCP, how they are try to control your country, no tell you the truth about the Hong Kong what happened. They just use the more media to tell all the Hong Konger is bad guys. They make the shop is broken, but the shop is big. Maybe no Hong Kong people to do it. Maybe it's police. They use their Hong Konger their search and then do the something to make the Hong Konger have a no good image for the everything
Yeah.
to big.
And Tianxiang, I read the news from Hong Kong Free Press. This article was from very like late evening yesterday. So this report was only a few hours ago. But from this, I think the newspaper was blaming the police. They say Hong Kong police played pivotal role in radicalizing protests in build up to Poly-U siege.
Yes.
So this report basically saying all the bad things were done by the police, but who is behind the police? Who is behind the police?
Yeah.
The Chinese central government in Beijing, right? So they just try to divert all the hate or all the blame to the police. But I think this is a wrong direction. It's like, in America, all the voter fraud. Who created all the fraud? Was it from the Dominion system? Was it from Mantic, the company like in Frankfurt or in Spain or in Venezuela? But who is behind all this? Who designed all this? And in the end, we found it was from Obama, not Obama, from Clinton family or Clinton group. But then who is behind that group?
Yeah.
In the end, you can find it's from Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah.
So again, the same thing here in Hong Kong. So why did Hong Kong police dare to do all this? Police are like soldiers, are like army. They were doing things they were told. They just take orders. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they take orders from their leaders.
They just
So
listen
definitely,
about their leader.
yeah, they were told to do so, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So we need to go to more to find out, to tell the truth for outside, for foreign people to understand what happened, and then use the Hong Kong case is really simple for to understand what the CCP are doing now. Okay, we go to next. Yeah. This one is about a Hong Kong teacher, and then one is just teaching for about the history, and then is in the Ming's in the Sing government, and then they're about the history, the UK to have a fight about why they the smoke about that. And then, but the different, you can see Hong Kong the education officer have a different to give the one is for give the warning, another one is DQ their teacher the
Certificate,
yes,
certificate,
certification.
teacher's certificate, dequalified,
Yeah,
dequalify the teacher's certificate.
just they just only said the reason is the wrong message or influence message. But another one is they do many things is like they will go the mainland to apply the student, and then use the that student to influence the education funding, and then they will be make the fake document to apply the some people to attack people student. The teacher.
Yeah, I read about this. So basically, they they recruited students. They try to make a fake number that they recruited some students in mainland China in Shenzhen, but then actually it's a fake number, because they can apply for some funds from the government, from the Education Bureau. With this fake number, since it's not inside Hong Kong, so the government can't really track what's the number. They can't track how many students they really recruit from Shenzhen. So they can claim the school can just tell a fake number in order to get more funds from the government, from the Education Bureau. Yeah, I think that's something in mainland Chinese schools in China. Lots of schools are doing fake things in order to get more money. And I heard, because from where I was from, and I have friends who work in the education system. So one year my friend, she asked for long time leave. So and then she moved to a bigger city. She found another job, but then her former school kept her position and still get her salary from the government. because in China, the all teachers' salary is from the government. So the school is keeping that teacher as a number, still reporting out to the education bureau. This is the number of our teachers who work in our school. So they apply for the salary. But actually, lots of teachers, similarly, they asked for long time leave and then they work in other places. Say if there's 100 teachers working in this school, but actually 20 teachers already left, but the school still tell the education bureau, oh, we're still having 100 teachers, so they can get paid as 100, not 80. But actually, only 80 teachers work in this school.
Yeah, that's all.
So this kind of thing happened a lot in China.
And then there is a same of the in Hong Kong. They will be maybe everybody understand the mainland. There are some people will marry with the Hong Kong people, and then they can get the Hong Kong ID, and then their student will be born in Hong Kong, and then they will also will in Hong Kong study because they don't believe the mainland China. And then one thing is more important is about mainland China have a one children, one family. Is it? Yeah.
Yes, but only 2 years ago, the birth control policy had changed. About 2 years ago. Each family is allowed to have 2 children.
Yeah, you can see that for the same way there are different people different way to for the teacher, or maybe this Mr. Shen Jianping is about the school leader. Yeah. So the
headmaster.
But
she was the headmaster.
But she only have the warning letter only. But for the other people's, if you the teacher, if you don't give a wrong message, you will be DQ your certification. And then the point is you for now in Hong Kong they are have a national security law, and then they will CCP is will make the control is very important. There no freedom for what are you talking about? For the next we will see about the Hong Kong the service people, they will be DQ for people, and then now all is quick about the job. For now they are totally no one country system system is broken. No law, no freedom. Just only you just silence your mouth and then listen to what CCP they want you to.
Yeah, true. Yeah, see, here we can see this in this school called Xingde, right? Xingde School.
Yeah.
And they also hire teachers. They hire teachers who beat students, who had history of beating students, bad records.
Yeah.
So these kind of teachers who have, or school staff who have bad records of beating students shouldn't be hired again.
Yeah.
But here they hire this teacher.
So we can see.
Yeah, so they forge the document for the teacher. So they made a fake document for the teacher, so that this staff can be hired again. And also they were forging other documents.
You based on the CCP, they may be the relationship for the CCP, or have the education officer have some relationship. For the now Hong Kong, there are no any report to tell for people there sue. Okay.
Yeah, when I read about this, and I feel so familiar because that's what people do in mainland China. They use guanxi. Guanxi has become an English word. So people, if you had guanxi with any leaders, and then you can do anything, and it can be covered, and you can get away with it. And no law, you won't be sued by people. Even you are sued by people, and then the court will do things in favor of you.
Yeah.
So you will be okay. So that's what works in China. As long as you have 关系 with the top level of government or top level of the system, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For the next poster is tell the people they you don't listen about the CCP, their high officer to their order, and then they will DQ about uh, people voiding the civil guy, and then they now for the now we can see the poster is designed for to believe the CCP democracy no no uh, uh, how to say
Legislative.
yeah legislative.
Yes. So the party controls the legislative council.
Yeah, you can see those there's all is you can see the approval is by the CCP the logo, and then all is
Yes.
control for them.
Yeah. And then on this seal, this is a stamp, and at the bottom you can see made in China. So this stamp is made in China. So as long as you got this stamp, you are approved. You can do that. Yeah, because it's not approved by the legislation,
No,
but
yeah,
approved by the party.
yes.
Yeah,
So
because
you
we
can
can see their
see
logo.
okay,
That's the logo of the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party logo.
yes, there's a
So actually, it's also the same thing as in mainland China.
mm-hmm,
So the Communist Party is above the law.
yeah.
They are above the law.
And then you can see the America now. They are all the media will tell about who is a president because they not need to base on the law. And then the same of the Hong
Yeah,
Kong for now.
yeah. Yeah, we were talking about this. We said if the USA didn't do anything, then one day USA will become next to Hong Kong. But we didn't expect it came so fast. Everything came so fast.
Yeah.
Actually, USA has been penetrated, has been infiltrated by the Chinese Communist Party so much, so deep. You
Yes,
know, the
there's a
CIA, FBI, even the National Security Bureau, and every single state of the country, and the state council all got penetrated or infiltrated, and all the main media, so many main media. It's so shocking. It's so shocking the speed actually, because it's covered up so well.
yeah.
Without this election, presidential election, we wouldn't find out. Only because of this fraud, voter fraud, they did it so bad because the uh, the gap between Donald Trump and Biden is so big, so they had to make the ballots too many ballots. So there's a very weird Biden curve. Biden's uh, votes, the ballots number go up too fast on the night on the night of the 3rd of November.
Yeah.
So they made such a curve, like go straight up. So if without this, we wouldn't find out without this election. So this is a great opportunity for us to see how bad, how deep this infiltration is from Chinese Communist Party into USA. Yeah,
Okay.
so appalling.
Okay, next is about Zhou Zile. The death report is now investigated, and then more the people to for now to find out what happened for the death, and then for now is have a investigate the death report to doing, and then but we don't know more about the information will be sold because they are now is a police state. They all the information will be closed or cover up.
Yeah, because we still didn't know the details because there are so many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many questions about how he died.
Yeah, and then this the poster is the father of Zhou Zile, and then they tell about the WhatsApp the information. Then the 11:45 the Mr. Zhou will tell try to leave the home and then no tell the reason, and then in the midnight 12:30:46 WhatsApp said they have a police use tear gas, and then the son will be come home, tell the father need to close the window, but for the 1 o'clock the last all night time is 1 o'clock, but for the anyway, but the death time not is around that about.
Yeah, so the last last time Joseph was online on WhatsApp was 1 o'clock in the morning, in early in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
he didn't reply, couldn't reply to the father anymore.
Yeah. Okay, we saw next it's about the polio. That's all the Hong Kong the news is around this week.
Can I say a little bit more about Zhou Zile? And I
Okay,
went
you can.
to the YouTube and I searched about Zhou Zile and I found some video clips and some people. There's a guy in Hong Kong. He followed the Zhou Zile route. So he was walking and the timing with his phone, saying, "Look, this is the building where Zhou Zile died. So now I'm walking, trying to see the time and how high the building is he jumped off and just guess what's happening." So I watched the video and then they showed him enter this building and into this car park, car park. And then he said, "Look, there's a shelf or a balcony. This balcony to the next balcony is only this long or this high." So because that young man was speaking Cantonese. I can't really follow him. I was just guessing, he was showing people what's the building like and where the car park was like. So from that video, I can't see, really, we know Zhou is only 22 years old, and also people said that he was a very strong, very tall guy. So that height for him to jump should be all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's so many questions. Yeah,
There is a
people
car
all
park, and then you
skeptical
can
about
see.
his death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
skeptical.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is about the one news is on the that 16 November in the car park. You don't
Mm.
imagine why the people in the car park. You cannot imagine what happened for in the car park. Their CCTV, how the information they cannot find out.
Yeah, so the CCTV in UK or in Hong Kong means the surveillance cameras.
Camera.
So did the police check the surveillance camera records?
Yeah, they have a maybe they have some car have a surveillance TV, and then have the car park have a surveillance TV. But now the more information is I don't understand what happened. I try to search more info video for share.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So this is the building where George Love died.
Wait.
Yes, I'm still here.
You have opened the. I have a movie.
Hello.
Yeah, you have opened the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you need to close the video.
Oh,
The
I
the
see.
the, the,
Okay.
the voice. Yeah.
I
Okay.
see now. Is it
Okay.
better?
Yeah. Okay. Now there's all in the internet. You search 就是了 there's more information. The YouTube in you can get the information. Yeah.
Yes, it's good. We can you can search in the YouTube search bar, search engine, and then find all the information. If you
Yeah.
dig and you find more. Yeah.
Okay. We go the next about is that's all this week about happen in Hong Kong, and then we try to show the next is we can see this Sicker of
Yeah, the
Hong Kong
siege.
siege
Siege. Mm.
siege of Hong Kong Poly U University. Yeah.
Yes.
Poly U is they're more they destroyed the two stronger. Yeah, and then there are some people you can see there's the poster is all very powerful about the Hong Kong student or Hong Konger they how to protect their university.
Yeah, these pictures, yeah, like film posters. Yeah, you don't need to work too much. You don't need to do like retouching much, and then they appear to be having the dramatic effect like a film poster.
There is just a movie is because we will show more about information Poly U there how student expect escape to university.
Hmm. Yeah, I did remember. I saw students jumping off the bridge and go down by with this rope so they can land it. And then there are many scooters or motorbikes down there to try to drive them away from this war zone.
Yeah, the hand side is about the student they go the street and then how to escape. Yeah, the left hand side is
Yeah.
about the student go to switch and then how to escape about the university, and then this photo is very magical. Yeah, and then you can see the logo is a poly U, and then the people how to go outside.
Yeah, so they either jump off the bridge, and then I knew why they stopped that. Police got the information, so they stopped the bridge, the rescue.
Yeah,
People went to rescue the students at the bridge, so that was cut off. That got stopped. So students find another way. They went down the sewage pipes.
yeah.
So yeah, that's also a way they save themselves, rescue themselves.
Yeah, okay. The right hand side, I need to show the video. You will understand why this decide about the poster for this. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Yes.
This one is just for show here, because this one is
Yeah.
tell the story the student how to their story.
How they escaped from the bridge, and yeah, I think this is something we need to always remember. We can't forget, because this is something maybe one day that will happen to us, happened in other countries as well. If
Yeah.
if the police, brutal police, did this to Hong Kong students, that means, if one day people like in the USA if they didn't protect their democracy, if they didn't protect their freedom of speech, freedom of media, already the very bad thing. So if America lost their freedom, then one day this would happen to them as well, to students in America, if the American people protest. And then this is the future history.
Mm. That is not easy, because you use the swing road to go down your head. You need to have something to protect your hand. But for the Hong Konger, that they have no any protection, and then their hand will be make the blood, and then because it's very dangerous, and then not easy to switch down. And then the video is tell about the student, their history, they how to escape the for you, why they need to do this that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can see the more have a more motto lah, people how maybe a family or other family to go outside to go there, and then to arrange to help them to escape.
They drove their motorbikes or their scooters to rescue students, to give help. Yeah, people were so kind. And also, people were brave, because you could get caught by the police. The police could arrest you if they came and surrounded you.
Yeah, the most important they you cannot imagine the student they need to uh, uh, how how to have this history or their how to say there to happen this event. You cannot imagine.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and then there's police will say more about you are uh, uh, how to say you are illegal, and then you are not need to
Yeah,
use
unlawful, you
yeah.
violate the law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
police would say you violate law, although they did.
Yeah. Okay, we go to next round. Wait a minute. Okay. So why the people will decide this poster is a Hong Kong the student in the PolyU the main day? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The around is that this is about student younger people, they use their art, their music to remember their fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been the first anniversary of this PolyU siege. So students are using music to remember all the protesters, all the people who sacrificed their life or they got arrested. So they were singing and making music for supporting those heroes.
Yeah. That you can do any more. What can you do? What you can do? And then there's say younger people, they use their creative, or they can use a song to tell the history about Hong Kong. Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah, they are in their song lyrics. Definitely, they are singing praises for these heroes. They're telling what was really going on last year. So we shouldn't forget them. We should always remember their spirit.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is about the graduation about in 2000 is on before 2019 the November is also university student they are graduate they are the university, and then on the today this day is about 19 November. Yeah, I can show the video for everybody to see what happened.
Yeah, good.
They maybe not will not see all the movie. I will capture for some.
Okay. So students are celebrating their graduation.
Yeah.
From this university, Chinese University of Hong Kong. So they are holding a black banner with white words saying "Happy Graduation." CU means Chinese University. Rioters, they use the word rioters because they were called rioters by the government, by the police, but they are not. And on the slogan to the left, that banner on it, it says, so revolution, I can't really see this. They say during this revolution, and so nobody can win, but at least we should keep at least we should I can't really see the last character, so please keep something for what?
We are seeing what happened.
Oh, so at least we can be witness. Yeah, be witness together. To I think this slogan basically means that we can tell the people in the future that we know what is happening in case history books got altered, got changed.
And then the university staff they will be warning them, and then I saw the next one more.
Yeah. Okay. On the other picture, I can see it says, at the end of this revolution, nobody is a winner, but at least please continue to be the witness together with us. That's the least thing they ask you to do. Yeah. And then we notice, they were wearing black. They are in black, and then they were holding black balloons. They were holding black banners with white characters or Chinese characters or English words to show, this is like, to me, it's like they are not for a graduation ceremony. To me, this is like a funeral to remember the death. Because there are lots of students from CU, from PolyU got arrested, and we don't know where they are. And the number we mentioned earlier, 1,337. This number is, we know those students got arrested, but there are many unknown deaths. A lot of people got disappeared. We didn't know.
Yeah, you did.
And they got lost. They got commit suicide. They were reported. News reported someone got commit suicide. They jumped off the building, or it is said they jumped into the ocean and they died. Those were all lies. We know. So those people were not in the number of 1,337. Yeah, so there were so many unknown sacrifice and unknown deaths. So to me, this picture to show it's not a celebration for their graduation, but it was remembrance of the dead.
There is a difficult year, and maybe the history will be right down.
Yeah, it is a crazy year. It is a horrible year. What happened, what is happening, what has happened this year is so brutal, so shocking, so appalling to every weakening person. You know,
Yeah.
there are still many people who are not awakened. Like at least I know people back in China. You know, they are still enjoying their like easy life, happy life from their WeChat posts. They every day, you know, their every life seems still very in peace, very quiet and happy. But actually, because of the firewall, they don't know what is really going on in Hong Kong, in America, in Europe, in the whole world.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
different culture there for the mainland China, their university life, just maybe go to study or maybe have a good, a happy university life. But for the Hong Kong student, they need to go outside. There's like about the 1989, 4th of June. There's a student to go outside to fight for the freedom, get the
In Tiananmen Square.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is
But you know,
same.
yesterday someone mentioned to me, you know, a student from Beijing University, it's called PKU,
Mm,
Peking University, Beida.
mm,
Not long ago, they interviewed that Beida student,
yeah,
and she or he didn't actually know what is 六四. When
yeah.
he's asked, what is 六四? Have you heard of 六四, June the 4th, the Tiananmen event?
The
You know,
history have been
and
covered.
then the student didn't know. This student is from Beijing University,
Yeah, but they
PKU, from PKU, but he didn't know about, he never heard about 六四,
because they
June the 4th.
because the
Mm.
history will not jot down, and then be CCPs will be used to cover up. And then in the mainland China have a firewall, you cannot search the information for the Hong Kong or the outside. They have information. We can
Yeah,
even YouTube
yeah,
here
exactly.
can show
In
more
the,
because
no, in
now.
the history book, they also, the party, the government changed the history book. So in the history book, they omitted, they delete what happened in 1989, the summer in Beijing. They deleted. So nobody in the following generation, they never heard about it when their parents didn't mention, when you know, those CCTV or the TV, the main media in China didn't mention. So nobody would talk about that. I remember on WeChat, on June the 4th, every year, no single person mentioned anything about this Tiananmen Square massacre. Nobody.
Yeah.
And you dare not. And also, I remember when I visited Tiananmen Square on one day on June the 4th, a few years ago, then you know there were police watching everywhere. Police were on watch.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
on the video,
yeah. So
now the
yeah, they were
show,
on watch everywhere. So
yeah,
you are not allowed to approach the Tiananmen Square on that day.
yeah. That is the GTV. Why we have the GTV video or GTV show can share the information for the mainland people. For the we do
Yes,
the
yeah. I
show in
think
the
you know
GTV.
tear down,
Yeah,
to tear down. How to say? Another word, to pierce. I remember Steve Bannon. They use the word to pierce through, to pierce through or to take down the firewall. It's also very crucial, very important to
yeah.
spread the truth to the mainland Chinese.
Yeah, you can see the video. There's maybe the mainland China now is looking at the GTV, and then they cannot they can see about the real the story, the shoe. Yeah, for the why we need to do the show or tell the people. If the CCP don't let me to want our silence, but we our uh, uh, news Chinese preparation of a new preparation of Chinese need to tell the truth for the people. They understand what happened for that day or all the show or the truth.
Yes, yeah, you know, 30 years ago, now it's 31 years ago, in what happened in Tiananmen Square in 1989, exactly happened to Hong Kong students now. So one day, if nobody stands up to stand against this tyranny, this brutal government, this brutal evil origin, then you know this will be what will be happening. This will be happening to other students in other countries. Yeah, because you know history repeats itself. History definitely repeats itself. In 1989, when Tiananmen Square massacre happened, no USA didn't stand up with the students.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. You know, those students were just sacrificed. Their life they were just dead. They were killed by the tankers. You know, there's photos about those tanks.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's
So
more the information you can search in the
yeah, military
yeah.
came and then students got shot by the real guns.
But
Yeah,
you
horrible.
can imagine some people they go outside, but they don't will try to find out something, the history. When they wake up, they to search the internet, the information. Internet for the now, the internet will be record for all the video. You cannot cover up all the shoe, all the shoe. So why CCP need to uh, build up the technology, the firewall to avoid people to find out the shoe. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We can go
yeah,
to our Hong Kong. In the Hong Kong, you can see that all is tell no. Let's say yeah.
yeah. The truth is always powerful. Yeah. Okay, shall we finish today's program?
Yeah, and then I saw the one final the still the video. Yes, that is about
Okay.
yeah. This all the we can see the camera just only the how to protect Hong Kong girls go outside to protect, but in not camera all the people will decide the best they can do they can do the event. So all the people will be decide their best. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Our looking at the show, Hong Kong side of time. On the next week, same time, same place. Thank you, Phoebe, to join our show, and then thank you everybody.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, let's remember Hong Kong and spread the truth.
yeah, do your everything, and tell the show. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.